Hey guys, Aaron Wilson at NRG Stadium, where the Texans are holding their party upstairs, the annual Taste of the Texans, which benefits their charitable foundation, helps to benefit a ton of good causes in the Houston community. Tonight, I want to talk to you about the Texans defense, specifically Derek Stingley Jr. And Sting, All-Pro Sting, as many call him, hashtagging it, is on a roll. So the big play he made was the critical play of the game against the Colts. 4th and 9, and Colts quarterback Daniel Jones, one of the most accurate quarterbacks normally in the NFL, he's looking to throw to Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman's his big contested catch guy, big wide receiver, a lot of speed, good hands, and normally good at bodying cornerbacks out of the way. Derek Stingley Jr. reads the play perfectly. And it was really a signature kind of play of the type of cornerback that Sting is. As he reads the play, and he stands back a little bit to make sure that he doesn't cover it so well that Jones won't throw the football. And it works. The gambit works. And Sting swoops in and knocks the football away from Michael Pittman. Turnover on downs, and then Texas rookie running back Woody Marks gets the first down they need to run out the clock with the Colts out of timeouts. The game ends, Texans victory, another one-score win. It doesn't happen without Stingley making that play. It was the only time he was targeted the entire game. And when you're really good as a corner, they don't throw the football at you. And they don't like to throw the football at Derek Stingley Jr. And for good reason. He has 3 interceptions this season. He's allowed to combine 3 catches for 20 yards in the previous 3 games. So Stingley peaking at just the right time. And he's now, I think, on a Hall of Fame type arc to the start of his career. I'm not giving him a yellow jacket yet, a gold jacket, whatever. But look at what Sting's done. Look at his production. Look at how well he's playing. The guy is lights out. And he's just been so effective the entire season. So when you look at a corner like Sting and what he's able to do, it's pretty special. He's someone that really doesn't have a flaw in his game. He likes to tackle, likes to do really everything that you could say is required of a top flight corner. And I look at Sting and I think he can get even better. He's just not scratching the surface, but he's at a point right now where he's just playing some really great football. Got a few numbers here for you. Look how good it's been. And there are a couple times where I think it wasn't his fault and they might have accounted for him to have somebody else's screw up, where it's not on Derek, but that happens. That's part of football. So you look at, what Sting has accomplished statistically. I mean, it's been good. 5 interceptions last season, and just overall, a really strong start to the season. So I look at, what Sting can do, and to me, there's no limit on this guy's productivity. So for the season, I was trying to pull this up here, what he does, and I know it all off the top of my head. So of course, he's started every game except for, missing that basically most of the Jaguars game with the aggravation of the oblique injury. But now that he's fully healthy, you're seeing everything that he's capable of. You're seeing the stats. You're seeing the ability to shut down any wide receiver. Just ask Tyreek Hill last year en route to his first All-Pro selection. And overall for the season, he's just a guy you don't want to throw the football at. And he has 11 passes defense despite being avoided most of the season. And Sting is someone that overall this year just been lights out, a shutdown, lockdown corner all the time, really consistent, and is always on it. You think about the kind of football player that he is, and someone that's just truly dedicated to his craft, to the game of football. And it's a real credit to him, to his dad, Derek Stingley Sr., who coaches him, and the whole family. They're incredibly supportive of him and everything that he does. So, I look at everything that I've seen from Sting, and I see a guy who's best football still now and in the future. So as Nico Ryan said today of Derek Stingley Jr., he's done a great job just handling his business, doing it the right way. When it's his opportunity to make plays, he finds a way to make those plays. Simply said and simply done, but easier said than done when you're a player of Stingley's caliber. And these guys are rare. They don't grow on trees. But foreigners like Derek Stingley Jr., the Patrick Surtains, these guys are special for a reason. It's why they're drafted so high. It's why they're paid so much. Sting, of course, is the Texans' $90 million man. And for sure he'll be on like Rashee Rice and those sort of things. So like I said, 3 catches for 20 yards combined allowed with an interception in the previous 4 games. And then this is the 5th time, according to Next Gen Stats, this year he's allowed fewer than 10 yards in coverage. And he didn't allow any catches. Of course, it was just the one target. They tried to go to Michael Pittman, and it didn't work. And Sting is the kind of corner that can do that. He can shut things down, lock them down, take away his half of the field. And you don't always see that at the cornerback position. It is rare. So, looking at Sting, and, he's one of the key pieces for this top-ranked defense. And you think about how good they are. They are once again the top scoring defense in the NFL. 16.5 points per game average. The Colts only scored 16 points. So a little bit below the Texans' season-long average. Denver Broncos right behind them. They're top ranked, of course, in total defense. The 281 yards gained by the Colts, who were the number 1 offense heading into this and have been prolific all year. That was a season second least for them, but it was the lowest points. Every other game they've scored at least 20 points. And they didn't even have to do it with an 8-sack kind of game. They didn't get to Daniel Jones as much. I don't think Daniel Jones can move too well right now with that cracked fibula. But overall, you look at the Texans and where they're at and everything they're doing in terms of pass rush and pairing that with outstanding coverage. This is a complete defense, a wrecking crew, and it doesn't bode well necessarily for the Patrick Mahomes-led offense, the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. So they have to deal with the coverage of Derek Stingley Jr. and Kamari Lassiter, who doesn't really get enough credit because of how great he is. And, of course, having the pass rush, the bookend rushing tandem, the best in the NFL of Will Anderson Jr. and Danielle Hunter. And, I look at everything, they're dialing up. D'Amico Ryans and Matt Burke together, and Burke's really important part of it. He's the defensive signal caller. He does it in collaboration with D'Amico Ryans, but, taking nothing away from what Burke does, his contributions to this defense. He's really grown a lot as a coach and continues to have a really, really important role in how the defense has grown. I look at overall where they are as a defense, and I think they can be in every football game. I was talking with Andre Johnson there at this party upstairs in the Taste of the Texans. He thinks with the defense the Texans have, with 7-5 Texans, that they can be in every game. It's on the offense to hold up its end of the bargain. And if they do, the Texans can not only win the division, qualify for the playoffs, but make some noise in the playoffs. They haven't had a defense like this really in franchise history. They've had some very good defenses. I don't think they've had one quite like this one. And, overall, they're a team that, they're not a complete team, but they're a very good team. Going back to Stingley, I finally found the stat I was looking for. So he's only allowed 21 completions on 51 targets. So that's a 41.2 completion percentage against him. That's 14.5 yards per completion. There's 2 touchdowns. And he's got a 49.9 passer rating against him. Last year was 51.2 and he makes All-Pro. Year before, 41.3. He's only allowed 81 yards after the catch. Like I said, he's a sure tackler. And anything that he can do, they could have him on blitzes. They don't do that much, but he is more than capable of a corner blitz and helping everyone. I look at everything that they're doing, and it's all kind of lining up. Where there's a bit of a concern right now, it's at the safety position, and I'll tell you why. As I reported Sunday night, Jaylen Reed has a broken forearm. There's a piece of metal, a plate on the forearm from a previous injury when he was in college at Penn State, and he injured it again on a tackle on Jonathan Taylor, helping out, pushing the pile. And it is not necessarily season-ending. As I reported, it is to be determined if they will shut him down for the season. I think the injury is going to take long enough that it could have been a 4-week injury. We'll see if they do that. The Texans have options. They could carry him on the 53 as an injured player, and they do need a spot, though, if they're going to up.
And the Texans have a situation at safety. First, you cut C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Didn't fit in here. Got to push him behind the scenes, playing his own defense, doing his own thing, freelancing. And now, having some success freelancing for the Chicago Bears. And that's fine. It didn't work for the Texans. And it was a part of the reason why they got to a new start. But from that point on, the MJ Stewart stabilized the position. And then unfortunately lose MJ, who's playing some good football, to a torn quadriceps tendon. That left them at something of a crossroads, and they feel like they had fixed the problem with rookie safety Jaylen Reed. Hard hitter from Penn State, second team All Big Ten Conference. Got his first start against the Colts, but basically played the entire game, beat a couple snaps against the Buffalo Bills, had 11 tackles, had a fumble recovery. But now he's broken in his forearm a metal plate from a previous surgery from a college injury. They have the option of putting him into reserve because it could take that long once they go in and they fix the broken metal plates, and that aids the healing process and protects the forearm. So that's a possibility that they will do that. And as I reported, it's undetermined how long he'll be out, what they're going to do with his safety position. But I know he's not playing this week against the Kansas City Chiefs. So more immediately, who's playing safety? Are you going with Miles Bryant, someone undersized, ideally really a nickel, and putting him at safety? Would you shift Jalen Petrie? I doubt they would move him from nickel. So that leaves, to me, the top option within the current roster. And the people Ryan indicated they're not going to go outside and fill this position. Jalen Mills, who has 92 career starts, including for the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. And he's exhausted his 3 elevations in the practice squad. That is the NFL limit. So what they could do is they could have him signed to the 53, one way or another, figure out how do you get someone up there that can continue this thing that they got rolling. And this defense, really is strong as the weakest link. You don't want to have that safety position be a weak link. So they are at a point right now where they have to figure it out. And, do I anticipate maybe they hold this spot for Jaylen Reed? I can see them doing that. But it's just a matter of, can they afford to wait for Jaylen? And if they're going to do that, will they go there? Hi, Cody. How you doing? Cody Stoops, the great Cody Stoops in the house. Cody. Both enjoying the taste of the Texans event. A lot of fun. Come on in. Guys.
You got the folks.
Yes.
Did you eat live? You giving everybody the breakdown?
Yeah, we're talking about the food. We're talking about the ice cream and the cheesecake and the
cheesecake rolls and all that. Great.
Chicken tenders. Yes, man. Did you have the burrito taco, the dipper?
Oh, yeah.
That was good. Very good.
I think they won best restaurant.
I love that they won that. That's good. A lot of the players really like the red velvet cheesecake. That's what Taylor Urster like. It's excellent, man. This is a fun event, and this was a good cause.
Yeah.
Charity.
Foundation, yep.
Guys, check out SNL. Check out Cody. Check out the collective. These guys got it rolling, man.
You're taking care of the people, so you should get back to it, man.
Great to see you. Great to see you. The great Cody Stutes. Guys, give him a hand. So, looking at the safety position, yeah, they're in flux over there. They've got to think about how do you go forward. And I think they'll be creative about it. But one thing we found out today, Jimmy Ward is not going to come in a white horse and save the day. They had no update on him, no plan. We thought he might be ready by this point. Never reported he would definitely be ready. If we heard he might be. He had 2 foot surgeries. He's had a lot of legal problems. He's exonerated in the criminal case. He's still facing a civil lawsuit. The NFL has never definitively said, well, will we let him play? I believe they would. He's off the commissioner's exempt list. I think they're probably done with being disciplined. I wonder if it's a little bit of a PR and a health issue, kind of combining those two things. Regardless, no Jimmy Ward. So, Jalen Mills, that elevation possibly for Kavon Wallace. For special teams, we got to figure this thing out. But, they don't have as much flexibility as they did without Jaylen Reed. And Jaylen Reed was already establishing himself as a heck of a 6-year-old pick. I give Nick Caserio credit when he hits on a draft pick. He hit on a draft pick with Jaylen Reed, a good player, a good piece for the future, playing next to Kalen Bullock. But you know what? I don't worry that much about the Texans' defense. They're number 1 for a reason. And we'll see that again, I believe, against the Kansas City Chiefs. For missing Josh Simmons and auditioned a bunch of offensive tackles today. Probably signed one off the street after that workout. And Jawan Taylor's injured. Dave Smith's got injuries. Creed Humphreys, the stalwart there, etc. But overall, Chiefs are banged up. We'll see. We see Damian Pierce this week. We're going to get into all of it. The matchup with the Chiefs and Texans go back to Arrowhead Stadium for Sunday Night Football and a very big football game. Guys, please watch, like, and hype. Subscribe to this channel, and we're over 21,000 strong. Look forward to continue to grow. Let's get this thing going even more. Really proud of the growth you've had, and you guys, this community, you meant so much to me, so I appreciate it. Keep this thing rolling. Hopefully this sound isn't too noisy for you. I try to talk as loud as I can. We do have this DJ upstairs. It is a party. I made the choice to try to do a video here in the lobby. We'll see how this goes. All right, guys. Until next time, talk soon. Enjoy the conversation. And, love to hear from you guys in the comment section. Thanks, guys. Good night.
Hey, how was it?
10 out of 10. We'll try again.
10 out of 10. Keep winning. Thank you.
I ain't gonna eat too many. Just one.
You're here for the Taste of the Texans. It's an annual event and it benefits the Houston Food Bank. What's it like to be here for a fun party and also a good cause?
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, I've been in Houston for 6, 7, 8 months. So for me, just being able to experience the city, great food culture, great people. So being able to do this here for a great cause is awesome.
All right, you guys are coming off your 4th win. You're ready to eat some stuff, put away the Thanksgiving meal.
Yeah, I know a lot of guys had a lot of food last week, so it'll be a fun night. Can't wait for it.
All right, what's the feeling like right now with you guys, the whole atmosphere?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I think just starting with Coach Ryan's and how he leads us every single day. I mean, we're in a great spot mentally. Physically, we're feeling good, so we're fired up to go finish the season out.
And you get to meet all of the fans one-on-one
Oh, yeah.
tonight.
We all get to meet them. All these guys back here. Oh,
Your
yeah.
support system.
Support system, yeah.
Graham, the Houston Food Bank helps a lot of families in need. What do you know about the food bank? What are you hearing about it, kind of learning about it?
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I mean, that's one thing that back when I was in Gainesville, that was something really near and dear to my heart, being able to work with them in that area. So I know that Houston does a great job of really involving the community, doing all that. Example of what we're doing tonight. So definitely a great cause and doing great work.
You're in the quarterback room. What is it like on a Monday after a good win and CJ coming back and having a big game like that?
Yeah, no, a great vibe. I mean, obviously, anytime you go through a game like that, a lot of stuff you can clean up, a lot of stuff you can learn from, but I mean, just the room in general, starting with our coaches to Davis, CJ. I mean, a lot of great conversation on what we're doing, how we can do our job better to help the guys around us. So definitely a great Monday. It